What's up, YouTube? It's your boy John from Project Ellsworth, and I am here with you today to respond to being tagged for Sean Urshan's John Carpenter Tag. I was tagged by David over at David's Horror. There's 10 questions for me to answer regarding the master of horror, John Carpenter, and I am here to do so with you today. Question number 1, what is your favorite John Carpenter score? That's pretty easy, plain and simple, it's Halloween. I don't want to try and get crafty and give different answers for things just to be different, when in all honesty, it's the theme to Halloween. It's the ringtone on my phone. It's been my favorite score for Lord only knows how many years. I've been watching that movie most of my life. Love the score to Halloween. Not going to overthink things here. I'm going to try my best to anyway. Next up, most underrated John Carpenter film. I watched Andrew Ballina's response to this tag as well, and I agree with him. John Carpenter's Vampires was really cool. I don't ever hear anybody talking about that movie. I watched it probably a year and a half, 2 years ago for the first time, and I thought it was fantastic. So my answer to number 2 is definitely Vampires. Scariest scene from a Carpenter film, I believe they refer to it as The Chase in the 1978 Halloween film. It is where Laurie is trying to get into the house and Michael is slowly crossing the street, coming up to try and kill her or kiss her or hug her or whatever the hell he was trying to do. So, The Chase. I reenacted that for a video entry into a contest for Brad over at Bronco Juggalo. I thought that was kind of fun. It was one of the favorite things I've ever done on this channel. I had a lot of fun doing that video. Anyway, next up, most suspenseful scene in a John Carpenter film. And I'm going to agree with David on this one. It is the blood tests from John Carpenter's The Thing, when they have the little containers and they're burning the blood to see if the blood reacts to find out who the Thing is. Absolutely suspenseful, very, very cool. Love The Thing. The Thing is way up on the top of my list of my favorite horror movies of all time, as well as Halloween. Next up, favorite non-horror film by John Carpenter. This one immediately, Escape from New York. I love Escape from New York. To me, that was always more of a sci-fi thriller type movie than it was a horror movie. Definitely has some horror elements to it, but I don't consider that to be a horror movie. But with that, I love Escape from New York. Next up, will Michael Myers ever die? No, I don't think that Michael Myers will ever die, because there's far too much money to be made. I expect that in Halloween Kills, which is supposed to come out later this year, I'm expecting Michael Myers to die at the hands of Laurie Strode. I think that he's going to die, and if it's not by her hands, it's going to be by her granddaughter's hands. But that would be an injustice to us as Halloween fans. If Michael Myers is going to get killed, it's got to be by Laurie, right? I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be. She may die at the same time. They may both die in that movie. But how in the hell do you call a movie Halloween Ends and leave Michael Myers alive? Because as long as Michael Myers is alive, Halloween does not end. So, I think he will get killed in Halloween Ends, but it's a slasher movie, so that really doesn't mean shit. There could be another movie come out next year, written and directed by somebody else. So, no, Michael Myers will never die. Next up, which Carpenter English is awesome. 50 years I've been on this planet, can't speak yet. Which Carpenter film has the spookiest atmosphere? Plain and simple, it's in the title, The Fog. I mean, The Thing is pretty damn good. Halloween is pretty damn good. But how could this be anything other than The Fog? The scenes with Captain Blake and the ghost coming out of the fog, the pirate, just good stuff. It's just amazing. And it's called Fog. So, I'm going with that. Next up, worst John Carpenter film. I have not seen all of John Carpenter's movies, so I cannot give a overall answer to that because I haven't seen them all. There's several of them that I haven't seen. Haven't seen The Ward, haven't seen Ghost of Mars. There's something, Memoirs of the Invisible Man. There's a lot of John Carpenter, Starman, something, whatever. There's a bunch of different Carpenter movies that I have not seen, but of the ones that I have seen, I like them all. So it's hard for me to say which one's the worst, because I don't think any of them's the worst. But the ones that I like the least, I would say Assault on Precinct 13, which I actually did like. And In the Mouth of Madness. Haven't seen that movie in years. Don't remember it really, really well. But I remember that I did like it. But it didn't leave an impression on me. So those are my answers to that question. Assault on Precinct 13 and In the Mouth of Madness. Turn the page. All right, next up. If John Carpenter directed a sequel, what should it be? How could this possibly be anything other than The Thing? It's got to be The Thing. The way that that movie ended, I think that we've all been yearning for the answer of who actually was the Thing at the end of that movie. And that's got to be it. So for me, John Carpenter's The Thing has always deserved a sequel. What are you doing down here? Say hi to the people. All right, next up. Does John Carpenter have at least one more great film in him? Yeah, I think he's got one more great film in him, but no, I do not think that John Carpenter will ever direct another horror movie or another movie, period. I think he's having way too much fun at his advanced age just simply making movies with his son. And if you're familiar with John Carpenter at all, you know that John Carpenter has always had the mindset that he really doesn't give a shit what anybody else thinks. And in this ridiculous snowflake fucking society we live in, John Carpenter would definitely not want to put up with any of that dog shit. All right, so that is it. That is my answers to the 10 John Carpenter tag questions. And I am going to tag Brad from Bronco Juggalo, John from Mondo Chelovek Movies, and Seth from the Hellbound Horror Show. I'm getting out of here. If you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you really like this video and you've been enjoying my content up to this point, please do me a huge personal favor. Click that subscribe button and ring that bell. Take care of yourself. Take care of your dog. Take care of each other and have a kick-ass day. Thanks for watching, folks. Later.